One of my biggest regrets was my dad. He's a pastor, he owns a school, and he's known. So February 2nd this year, he came into my room that day and told me, hope you have stopped smoking. Now it's really eating him up. I didn't know that was the last day I'll be speaking with my dad. So fast forwarding to Sunday, I was in my room sleeping. My dad and my mom were in their room. All of a sudden, my mom started screaming, rushing to their room. I now saw my dad gasping for breath. That was the most traumatizing experience I've ever had in my life. Like, I carried him from the church straight to Amako. The doctor now put one thing in his hand. I was now like, Daddy has gone. I slapped the doctor there. I told him, are you okay? I put my daddy inside the car. I started going to Apex. Getting to Apex, they confirmed the same thing. That was when I gave up. Due to the trauma, I couldn't stop smoking. I felt like, what am I now doing in my life? Like, what am I living for? I actually lost hope at a point. So the whole COLOS thing now got into my veins, into my blood. I couldn't eat if I don't smoke COLOS. I was just wasting my life. And the whole COLOS thing started making me have problems with my clients. Nobody wants to be calling me for work again. Just inability to deliver job on time. The clients carry police, lock me up. A few days before my dad's burial. It was really a terrible and a very traumatic experience.
We dey break code. No, they judge everybody get face. On adult gist, now broad down place. No filters, no lies, just real life talk. This
I'm Divine Wakasom Tochuhu, popularly known as Nice Effect, your celebrity photographer.
You're welcome to Adult Gist.
Thank you very
Podcast.
much.
We got a call from you yesterday that you wanted to come and share your experience, your story, and that you're now a new being.
Yeah.
So let's start from your background. Where were you born and raised?
I was born and brought up in Oka, Anambra State.
Okay, how was it like growing up in Oka?
It was actually cool growing up in Oka because I came from a rich background, and growing up was actually, I say normal, because I was trained in a way that they used to lock us inside the house as, big man picking, that kind of thing. They don't usually allow us go out. So I didn't really associate with the boys in my street and all that, but it was actually cool growing up in my environment and all that.
So let's get a brief background of your academic life.
Okay, I schooled at my primary, from nursery to primary, was at Christ Liberation Nursery and Primary School, Oka. Actually, that's my dad's school. My dad owns the school. So after that, I went to Federal Government College, Nise, where I studied from JS1 to JS3. Then after that, I went to Unizik High School, where I now finished from SS1 to SS3. Then I now went for pre-science. That was in 2019. And after that, I now got admitted into Unizik. So that's actually basically how.
What course did you study, or are you currently studying?
I'm actually done with school. I studied early childhood and primary education in Unizik.
How was it like studying the course?
It was not actually the course I planned to study, but Unizik gave me the admission, so I had no choice but to just go for the course and, take it, Actually, it actually made me to understand how to follow children and also know how to nurture children from pre-nursery to primary. And trust me, it's actually also helped me know how to be a good teacher and also how to manage my father's school, although I'm yet to start managing my father's school.
Okay. When did you start? Who introduced you to drug?
That's a very, very... Okay. It was one of my friends back then. I think It should be in my 100 level going to 200 level. So that was when I made, that was when I made my first $500,000. So I was like celebrating, I sold, I think, 4 plots of land with Arnold and Associates then. So I was kind of celebrating it in Unizik here. There was this bar at Yahoo Junction called St. Clement's Bar. So that was where I was seated, as someone that actually made his first $500,000 from real estate. I was buying drinks for people. So there was this friend of mine. I will not actually be calling names. So he just told me, nice, there is something you need to try. I was like, okay, what's that? He said AZ. That was how the whole thing started. Something, when the devil wants to actually make someone get into something, it actually starts small. It starts small. So back then it was AZ. AZ was around 200 naira or 300 naira for a cup. So that 300 naira, you can actually get like 5 ties of Igbo inside, 5 blunts, 5 sharp blunts that I can use, Then I took my first 2 drag. That day I couldn't go home. I now called a friend and told him, please, can I sleep at your place? Because I didn't want my mom to notice all that. Because the way I was even walking, I was gone, wasted. Like I was actually really, really wasted from the bar. So that was how the whole thing started. So with time, I felt like, okay, let me continue. The first day I took it. The next day I rushed to that bar again. I now went to the manager's office because I was already a VIP in the bar. I now went to the manager's office. I bought my AZ again because then I cannot even finish 1 tie of the smoke. So what I did then was if I buy, I will now share to the guys there. So they'll join me because that was what they do there. So I now go to the manager's office as the VIP and take mine so that I don't like people noticing that I've actually been wasted or I've gone per se. So I'll just go there and take it. Anytime I get myself, I'll just walk out from the office and start going home. So that was how the whole thing started.
At what point did you discover that you are no longer in control? That drug was what was in control?
Should I say last year? Because I actually started graduating from the AZ. At a point, the AZ was no longer making boys to get high anymore. So we actually graduated to loud. So gradually, a lady, yes, there was this place I went to when I went to my first HK to learn 1 or 2 things there. A lady introduced me to crystal meth. They call it eyes. So I was like, I came with my girlfriend. So she was like, actually, if you want to perform well with your babe, just try this. That is actually cool. It will make you last and all that. I was like, really? Because actually it was my first time. And it's coming from a girl telling me that if I want to perform well with my babe, that I have to take it, to last as a guy. I was like, okay. I now took it. She helped me and gave me my first drag in crystal meth. So that was how the whole thing started. And after that, I saw myself getting into crystal meth. Although crystal meth was really bad because it actually slims you down. So when I noticed that the thing was actually slimming me down, I actually had to leave it entirely because I don't like anything. Because I was really, really plumpy then. I had to leave it entirely. And after then, a friend of mine now introduced me to COLOS. which was like really, really hard. When I mean hard, it was really, really hard. The first time I took it was in a hotel at Nsukka when I went for a vacation. So I was with my normal loud. So that a friend of mine now told me, okay, nice, give me this one, take this one. He didn't actually tell me it was Colos that was what he was giving me. Then I had a PA. I was doing well. So in the hotel, I was in a hallway. I was in the hallway at the hotel. So immediately he gave me, he said, nice, take this one, test it. And you enjoy it. I was like, waiting be this. Wait, no be loud, I hope, bro. The guy was like, take now, no be me they give you. I now collected the one he was giving me. He didn't tell me it was color. So when I took it, it was not giving me the taste of my normal loud then. I was like, bro, I better take this thing. I know like the taste for my mouth. I prefer my loud. I took back my loud. Omo, you know reach 5 minutes. You know reach 1 minute. Hallway way short. Begin the long for my eye. At that point, I now knew that, hey, I don't go. Like, something else has taken over. I quickly called. That was when Queen Achala was with me as my PA in the vacation. She was helping me organize the whole vacation trip and all. I now called Queen Achala and told her to help me inside my room immediately because she was with the key of my room as well. So, the hallway, I was now holding the walls. It was really a terrible experience. I was now holding the walls in the hallway to find my room because I think I was in 104 and where I took the thing was 402. The distance said far. So I was now looking for a way. I didn't know how I entered my room, but I can remember that when I went to my room, I was also bowing head down and saying, God, I beg, if you help me from this thing, I'll not take it again in my life. If you help me recover, like I was literally not in control. So should I say after 1 hour? Because I was the organizer of the vacation in Nsukka then. Like after 1 hour, I now got myself. I passed out and woke up and came out. Imagine person where they organize vacation now. You know even fit organize people wey in carry come the vacation. So when I came out, I now found out that the guests I brought to Nsukka, everybody has already gone inside their room because I actually passed out. It was really embarrassing though. Because so after then I now heard that my friend that gave me the smoke now gave another girl in the vacation again the smoke. I was not like, bro, did you have another mission in this trip? Like, is your mission in this trip to be offing everybody that came for the vacation? I cautioned him for that, actually. So, from time, I continued with my loud, until I made my first, I made my first $8,000 then, yeah. $8,000.
Really?
Yeah.
From photography business?
Yes, from photography business.
How were you able to make $800?
I think we'll leave that topic for another day, but I actually made my first $8,000 then with my friend, Lord Mayor, yeah. So now, when we made the money, it's actually made us go back into crystal meth because the guy was really, really into meth and all that. So it continued that way till I and the guy actually had issues because the whole thing was not actually making us stable mentally. So we kind of had issues. I left him. I now came to Winters. When I was in Winters for about 6 months plus, yeah. Sleeping in the... it was really, really bad. I forgot I even had a house. I had a family. My family didn't know where I was. I was sleeping from this hotel to another hotel. I'll go for photography work. All the money I'll make in photography, I feel use and pay for 1 week for hotel. Then all those mini work will now be using it to buy food in the hotel, buy drinks and be maintaining the lifestyle there. At a point, I couldn't keep up to it again because imagine in a day where if you spend up to like 20K just on smoke alone. Then that food is aside though. We don't talk how much we spend on food and all that. So I couldn't keep up. I was owing the hotel. They seized some of my clothes and all that. So I just picked some of the things I could pick and disappeared from the hotel. At a point, I was like, I made some money and came back and, got my stuff back from the manager and all. So we continued. By then, I was already engulfed into COLOS, which was very bad. Although it was not that bad. It was not that bad because I was taking it once in a while. Not until last 2 years. Yes. I now found myself too addicted into COLOS. Fast forwarding to last year, I was secretly doing all these things. My parents didn't know until I now went to because it now became too bad that all my money, everything about me has gone. No money again to meet up with anything. I was not like, okay, I went back to my family house and now I started living my normal life. But I was already addicted. I was now sneaking out. Anytime I want to smoke, I'll come to Ifite. I have friends everywhere. In Ifite, back then, I had friends from from Miracle Junction, each street. I know the dealers in each street from Miracle to Dynamo to Yahoo to Royal Kitchen to Winters, to even L'Oreal. It was that bad so I had friends everywhere. Anytime I want to smoke, I leave my family house, I come down to Ifite, I smoke and go back. So my parents, they're now noticing, if I come back, my eye, they did the same color way they did again. My mom said was not like, how the kids say beg years. I was not like, anytime she asks me that question, I'll just leave her and walk back inside my room. So it continued that way, fast forwarding to last year. So one of my biggest regrets was that my dad, I actually took the COLOS and it made me hallucinate in my room that my mom and my dad came and saw me in my room. I was like very scared that even the clothes in my room, I was telling them that this clothes in my room was a snake. That the clothes in my room was a big python. That I can't stay in my room anymore. That my hands are now becoming 7 and all that. I was just misbehaving. Then my dad held me down on the bed and till I was able to sleep and all that. When I woke up, I was fine, but my dad was really, really, really worried. It kept him bothered every single day. He was not like, because he's a pastor, he owns a school and he's known.
Your dad is a pastor?
Yeah, he's a pastor and he's known. So he was now, it's actually kept him bothered to the point that he was not like thinking, his son, they hold him, Reverend Pastor Sunday Walker, his own son. One day they'll come and carry car and say that his son is now mad and they'll take him to psychiatry and all that. So the man was really bothered about the whole thing. So February 2nd this year, I came back from, I don't know what happened. I came back from a shoot because I was still living my life, doing my photography business. I came back from a shoot in Benin. So He came into my room that day and told me, hope you have stopped smoking. That it's really eating him up. I didn't know that was the last day I'll be speaking with my dad that very night. So the hope that I've stopped. I was not like, Daddy, you should stop asking all these questions. That am I high? Am I not the one here at home? That I'm normal. The thing actually kept him bothered. So fast forwarding to Sunday, on Sunday, the next morning, I was in my room sleeping. My dad and my mom were in their room sleeping. All of a sudden, my mom started screaming, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, daddy!" Because I was not deep asleep. I jumped up from my bed, rushing to their room. I now saw my dad gasping for breath. That was the most traumatizing experience I've ever had in my life. So I forgot I was even on I was on my pants, not on boxer herself. I was on pants. I quickly carried this man straight to the church.
Gosh.
I started praying. I carried him straight to the church. I started praying, I started doing things I could do. I think I could too. At a point, I felt like the prayer was not working. I carried him from the church straight to Amako. I didn't know I had that kind of strength in me to carry someone and be running on the road around 5 a.m. when he was gasping for breath. It was really a terrible and a very traumatic experience. So getting to the hospital, even by the time the doctors came out and all, the doctor now put one thing in his hand. I was now like, Daddy has gone. I slapped the doctor there. I told him, are you okay? Put oxygen there. Anything is going to cost. The money is not going to be the problem. Give this man oxygen. I don't think he's gone. The man told me there's nothing he can do at that point. I was like, are you kidding? By then, I already called my friend. He drove down to Amako with his car. I told the doctor, you're not serious. I put my daddy inside the car. I started going to Apex. Getting to Apex, they confirmed the same thing. That was when I gave up. I just brought him back to the church. It was on a Sunday morning. So I just brought him back to the church so that everybody will see him. So after that, due to the trauma, I couldn't stop smoking. I was finding things to clear my head. So the whole COLOS thing now got into my veins, into my blood. I couldn't eat if I don't smoke COLOS. I couldn't do anything. I was just wasting my life. I would have called the name of the junction, but I think I'll keep it a secret so that it will not be like I'm spoiling business for the guy because he's also my friend. So I was now in my friend's lodge. Me coming out was just to buy smoke and go inside because I felt like, what am I now doing with my life? Like, what am I living for? I actually lost hope at a point. Fast forwarding to last 2 months. It continued that way. After the burial, I called my friend. We gave him a befitting burial. Even my village people did not know that I had the kind of capacity during the burial. So after that, I was now in my lodge here down in Ifite. That was last 2 months. Around 2 a.m., I started coughing in the night. What was going on? I felt like it was a normal cough because there's this cough, if you're a smoker, there's this kind of cough you have once in a while as per you a smoker. I felt like it was something that will end that night. The thing did not end though. 2 a.m. I was still coughing. Next thing I started throwing up. I vomited everything I ate in my room. I thought it would end. I started vomiting water. I thought it would end like that. Next thing, blood started following. That was when I knew that something has gone wrong internally. Like all my body system has damaged. Because the whole colos thing made me, I was not eating anymore. I was not eating. I was not doing anything again. And the whole colos thing started making me have problems with my clients. Nobody wants to be calling me for work again. I don't deliver works again. I don't meet up with the timing. Because the thing was now taking me backward. Because this colos thing, it's actually make you'll be seeing time whiling away. You'll be in a spot for like hours. Time go they go. Time go they waste. Like literally. Time go dey waste. Within you go think say time dey. You go dey tell yourself, yeah, time dey, time dey, time dey. But by the time you get yourself, you know say time don't pass. Like everything don't go backward with you. You go. So coming to last 2 months when I called my mom immediately. I told her, Mommy, I'm dying. Oh. Come and carry me home. Then I didn't even know that the malaria in my bloodstream was plus. Typhoid was plus. Ulcer has eaten me up. Everything. I was already going. It was by the grace of God that my life. Oh, I thank God for my life. I thank God so much for my life. Like currently, I'm a new creature in Christ too. So I thank God. So that's actually basically my story on drugs, and I'm passing out the information out there to everybody that drugs is not good. First of all, if you stop drugs, you start saving money. You start saving money. You start you see the changes. You start seeing the lights, because now I can see the light literally. If I tell you I'm coming by 12 now, I might be there before 12 or even just 5 minutes past 12. But before, if I tell you say they come by 12, or you go see me by 3 or by 4, which was very bad. So I thank God for everything so far, and thank God for making me a new creature in Christ. And everybody out there, try to embrace Jesus. Jesus is the way, the truth, and life. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. This has been a discovery. When your family noticed this, did they help in any way by taking you to a psychiatry or rehab center?
Yeah. When they noticed, they were like, no be to carry me, because I was like, no, this is the normal crows the colos give. Like you hallucinate for like 30 minutes or 45 minutes max. Then after 45 minutes, you come back to your senses. But they didn't believe me. They thought I was going mad and all that. So a lot of advice started coming in, all thanks to my boss, CEO and other associate. He paid for a full body test for me. He now said, Divine, go to St. Charles. I've paid. Go and know what is wrong with you first, before we can think of your training, your classes and everything, because I was under training with Nature Fingers then. So the whole thing made me pause my class and I literally paused everything about me. I paused my life because of drugs. And the first day we went to the rehab, I think the one at Nofia, I was normal. Basically, I knew I was normal. So the doctor was asking my mom, is he showing any sign of aggressiveness? My mom will say yes sometimes. Normally, I know I'm hot-tempered. So when my mom said yes, he used to be aggressive sometimes, the doctor was not like, yes, it's part of the science. I was writing some things in the book. I was not telling my mom that if you leave this boy here, I was not like, yo, I don't need it. Just give me, if there's any drug that can flush the colos and the whole thing I've been taking away from my bloodstream, I think it's better. And there's no need of admitting me in a psychiatric hospital, that it was not needed. But the doctor was now trying to even force me to stay there. I was like, yo, I'm not interested. I don't need to stay here, for crying out loud. Now the doctor now starts saying, yes, that's part of the sign. How? 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 That I don't need to stay in your hospital. I mean, he was not telling my mom that, yes, this is part of the sign. You see why he needs to be here. I walked out I left the doctor's office. I think say na play, doctor call security on me. Make they call home, he say, na the sign of madness be that. I was like, are you okay? Come on, leave me alone. I thought, come on, leave me alone. I was now telling my mom, you see why I don't want to come to this kind of place for solution and all that. If I want to stop something, I think it's better off I stop it on my own. So, getting to the gate, I stopped the bus. Let me enter the bus. The security man now told the driver that was... The security man was now giving the driver a sign that, yeah. The driver now thought I was a madman that ran out of the psychiatric hospital. So at that point, my mom came out from the gate. I was not like, are you people okay? Which one is, you people should leave him. That he's normal. That he came here on his own. Why are you people trying to seize him? So I now changed it for both the doctor, both the security people, both my mama, everybody. I changed it for everybody. I now flagged down my own boss and left the hospital because I was not even comfortable with the people. Imagine where you see somebody might just shout, hey! You'll be like, what's going on? They tell you that one is part of his performance. Yeah. So this is where you people want to come and keep me. I'm not like, yo, I'm not interested in that kind of treatment. I'm never going to stay here. I'm never going to be there. So that was how I left and came back to my house.
That's serious. Okay, when you came back, why didn't you stop?
You know, sometimes this thing called addiction, to stop it is not actually easy. You might decide you will stop today and give yourself a break today. Then you see yourself the next day. At the point I started seeing myself going to a particular junction, I will not be calling names for security purposes. If I wake up by 1 o'clock in the midnight and I don't have my colos around, I can't sleep again. I'll be awake till 6:30 or 7 o'clock. I'll rush out. Getting to the junction, you go see like 50 boys already. Yo, Jesus, this colos thing is really a problem. Like in Ifite. It's a big problem in Ifite. I will not be calling the name of the junctions. It's a big problem in Ifite. So by 6:30, if you come that junction, you go see like 20 or 30 boys. They wait for the dealer. May come out. Because the thing is actually, if you don't smoke it, you cannot sleep again in the night. You cannot. If you don't smoke it, food, if you chop granuts go belle for you, which was very, very bad. Very bad. So, but I thank God now that I'm cool. The urge is no longer there. I can stay, I've stayed 1 month and 2 weeks now without smoking. Anything. The urge has died and everything, I'm now cool. So it's actually a big flex. When I mean a big flex, anybody who I see where they smoke and you tell them, say, no worry, your eye go clear very soon. You go see what I see will make me stop.
Okay. How do you normally feel whenever you take this thing? What's the emotion like?
Normally, it's not like I'm advising for you to take anyone, both loud or both colos or both kana, all of them. Smoke is smoke. You dey kill your chest, you dey kill your lungs. You get, but colos was really, really very hard because once you take it, you pass out on this. If you come to, I don't know whether you guys had a story of a boy that fell from a 3-story building at Royal Kitchen, Seat of Wisdom Lodge. That used to be my former lodge before. I believe that guy didn't know that he was hallucinating because it will make you to be you be there, but you not be there. You be thinking you are there, but your mind is actually somewhere else. You be seeing, you be in another dimension away. I don't know how to put it, but you be in another realm. You be in another state and all that. So basically, it's actually really bad. So I beg, if they take any drugs, stop them. Good. It's coming from me. When I, Divine Walker Som Tochukwu, aka Nice Effect, stop smoking, I believe you can. It's not going to be easy, trust me. But first of all, you need to leave the environment where you know that you can easily have access to all those things. And, you see yourself getting better with time. Your first day, second day, third day, if he had you, third day, if you feel wrong, go find out. But if you hold yourself, you go to see the light gradually. Believe me, you go to see the light.
Thank you. What impact did it have in your business?
The impact was very, very negative in my business because for my business, I don't even know how many clients I get now. I used to have 3,000 contacts in my WhatsApp. But I started losing most of my contacts because most of my clients, when I mean clients, potential clients, people that pay me $500,000 for shoots, 400K, 500K for just pictures. Imagine when I have a lot of boys I've trained in Oka so far that are like, if people look at them, they think they are doing well more than I do currently, which is very bad. It had a very bad impact in my business. But I think from now, we are going to give you guys the best when it comes to the business aspects, mental aspects, physical aspects, because actually, we have actually stopped all those things that used to affect us.
Can you tell me one of the experiences you've had with your client, a bad, rough experience? Maybe a client retaliating or something?
Just inability to deliver job on time. The clients carry police, lock me up. Yeah, I was locked up in the police station a few days before my dad's burial. And the clients say it was 2 days to my father's burial. He intentionally wanted me to stay inside the cell during my father's burial. But as God may have it, I came out because of contacts. Because actually, I'm a big name. What I mean, I'm a very big name in the photography. I've trained a lot of people that are doing well so far. When I mean so far, a lot of boys and even girls that are doing well in the photography business so far. So I thank God for my life so far, beg. Generally, I thank God for saving me from addiction and all that.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned so far from drug addiction?
My biggest lesson so far? Yes, it affected my life. That I don't have. Most of the boys I've trained are doing well financially, but look at me. If none of my boys that I trained, they are now kind of trying to fix me up financially. I think they don't see my nyash for car finish. They don't see me finish bata for car. But I think I was a good teacher, a good mentor to them. Apart from the fact that I was smoking then. I treated them well. I gave them the best. I can remember some of my boys then, they didn't even actually had good clothes, but I was, trying to make them look good while following me to work and all that. And they are part of the people that have actually been taking good care of me so far. And that's it.
Alongside, you mentioned HK to me. Why did you stop, and what was the experience? What led to you going to HK?
I felt like doing Yahoo Yahoo and all that was kind of the way. But at the point, I felt like it was not really needed. My normal business, they give me money. So I actually left the HK and all that and came back to face my business.
Did that affect how you see life?
Yes. It affected the way I see life because nothing is good as legit business. Trust me. There's nothing good as legit business. Like something very legit and pure. There's nothing as good as legit business. This Yahoo Yahoo, one day they go catch you. When they catch you, you go explain how they chop your $8,000, $50,000, $80,000 and all. So that's all. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay. If someone wants to stop smoking or drugs, can you give the person step-by-step process on how to stop?
Advise yourself. No be me go advise you. First of all, if you want to stop smoking, you tell yourself inside yourself, within yourself, that you want to stop. You have to decide first. No be me go give you that. You have to decide within you first that you want to stop. Then after your decision, you leave the environment, like giving yourself a rehab, like personal rehab. Leaving the environment where you can easily access it, where people around you, if people around you smoke, you leave the circle immediately. If you have to travel. If you have to, if you have to, how do I put it? If you have to isolate yourself from everybody, because I believe that's how I actually stopped it. I actually isolated myself. I stopped using my main SIM. I actually had to remove my SIM and drop it on one side. So I now told myself, okay, people that will be with this number are people that I know that are important to me. People that, okay, if they want to reach me, they will reach me. I felt so terribly sick. When I mean terribly sick, people came to my lodge and started looking for me. They thought I was even kidnapped because the way I disappeared there, I disappeared within the twinkle of an eye. Piang. Nobody knew my location. They couldn't reach me over the phone. I think they even stole my phone within that period. So the whole thing even helped me. So, it helped in facilitating the whole thing, and that was it.
Okay. During this process of drugs, how were you able to cope with relationship with the female gender? And did the drug really help in your performance, like they say?
I don't really get any stable relationship within that period of time. Because me, wetin woman they give me, wetin I dey use woman do can. Everything about me was just my po, my loud, if I see canal, I see loud, I miss some of my colos. Women know they really bother me then. Yo, it's not like I can flirt with you on WhatsApp, but I don't think I'll have that time to come out physically, to come and start stressing myself because I see it as stress. That's time I'll use in come and start checking you as a girl. I prefer to just carry my Igbo. If I just let my Igbo, I go get joy. Because I feel like there's no joy that is higher than the joy of Igbo. Bro, there's nothing joyous about that shit. They give any joy, I swear. It's actually, because at a point, if you get used to being happy with Igbo, I swear to God, depression will be your partner. Because you have to start being used to anytime you want to be happy, you smoke. The person vex you, you smoke. Then, I know I had hot temper, but then, once I smoke, you don't get anything when anybody they talk around me, will go make me vex. You know, go feel vex me. Because once I smoke, I go to smile. Any small thing, I go to smile give you. Unless you now do the one way touch me, eh? And once I vex with that highness, I pity you is another name for you. Because the vex go reach, if na 80% human being the vex with the highness go reach 200%. And if you make me do something very bad. So that is it.
Okay, now, finally, what message you have for those that knew you before, that knew your bad image? What do you have to say? Now, this is a message to everyone that used to know you as a nice effect that doesn't keep to his word.
Yes. Now we are out now to serve you guys better. We are going to serve you guys not just by words. We are now out to serve you guys with actions. You guys will be seeing everything. Don't worry, with time. Let's give it more time. You guys will be seeing that Nice Effect as a brand has changed. Because we will soon be rebranding and, we'll soon start a lot of things. And trust me, you'll be seeing the light. Like I said, there's nothing greater than Jesus. If somebody tell you that Jesus is not in existence, it's a lie. Jesus is the way. So everybody out there, come back to Jesus. Jesus is the way, the truth, and light. Thank you very much.
So if I give you a job now, you will deliver?
Sure. Sure. I think I did a shoot with one of my clients on Sunday. I delivered on Monday. The client off. Because normally, my birthday shoot, I deliver a day before your birthday or 2 days before your birthday. But the client's birthday is, I think, on Saturday or Friday. But I delivered on Monday. The client was super happy because this is not what she knew me with. She knows me as somebody that you go call me Taya now. Maybe if I don't wake up from COLOS cruise, you go call Taya. When I mean call Taya, now your call and your disturbance for my phone go not even make me can't edit your work. But now the story is no longer the same.
Client never beat you before because of this?
No. Because me, I know they agree. And they beat themselves. Now me go beat you, not be you go beat me. I go there wrong, still they, try claims I did right. Because normally the colo they make me colo. So that's it.
Okay. Thank you for coming to Adult Gist podcast.
Thank you very much.
And I hope others learn from this.
I hope so too. I hope they learn and know that there's nothing in drugs, there's nothing in smoking. I even think it's better you become a drunkard than you become a drug addict. Yeah, I said so.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
You too. My name is Nice Effect, and this is Adult Gist Podcast. Subscribe and stay tuned.
Single or married with a break code. No, they judge, everybody get face. On Adult Gist, now broad now please. No filters, no lies, just real life talk. This is Adult Gist.